Hello, this is Eric from labofcoding.com. In the last video, we introduced Django models and we created a to-do model. In this video, I'll pick up from that and continue with Django models, but I'll also introduce the Django admin dashboard. I've added two files to the project, .gitignore and a requirements.txt file, because I'm not tracking the project with Git. So, as I mentioned in the last video, I made a simple mistake. So instead of having the description as a text field, I had it as a time field. So we need to change that one before we continue. So the way you do that, because this is affecting you are changing the column type in the underlying table, we will have to change the field type to the field type that we want, a text field, and then we will make a new migration which will consist of those changes we have made, and we will migrate it, that is effect it in the table. So we need to change this one to a text field. So after we make the change, we have to now we have to now make a new migration. So that is python manage.py make migrations. A new migration file has been generated in main migration 002, which consists of that change where we are altering this field type. So the second thing to do is to effect this new change in the table with python manage.py migrate. Awesome. We have now changed the column type in the underlying table, in the main to-do table in our SQLite database. By default, Django usually comes with an admin dashboard that you can use to interact with the underlying database. That is, you can use the dashboard to create, update, delete records in your database tables. So we are going to use that one to create to-dos and update and delete them. So if you go to the inner folder to-dos and then settings.py, in the list of installed apps, you'll see that there is a django.contrib.admin. So this is the application which provides the admin dashboard functionality. And if you go to urls.py, urls.py, this is a file that Django uses for URL configuration. That is, it uses this file. For example, when someone hits a page on your Django project, Django will use the urls.py files to figure out how to serve the user. We will come into more details about that one. But for now, by default, Django is configured that when someone hits the admin path, Django will load the admin URLs, whereby you are now able to access the Django admin using those URLs. So let's go to the browser and try to access the admin path. You'll see that I've already started the development server here. So let's go to the browser, that is localhost 8000, and the path is admin. You will see that Django prompts us to log in. So you cannot access the Django admin before you create an account and a user account. And Django usually ships with a command that you can use to create a super user or root user who has absolute powers in your Django application. So let's go to the command line and use that command to create a new Django user. So the command is python manage.py create super user. It is interactive. It will request for some few details. First, it will request for a username. So just we give Eric there, and email address. Just give a valid email string and a password. So choose the password that you want, and if everything is alright, the super user will be created. Then you can use the credentials that you provided there to log into the admin dashboard. So I gave the username as Eric, and my password, login. So I've now been able to log into the admin dashboard, and this is the home page that you will see. So you can see that there is an authentication and authorization, and it has users and groups. So these whatever the heading authentication and authorization is usually configured to an app in your database, in your project, and whatever is below it are the models that are in that app. So these two models come from the authentication app that Django uses for authentication purposes. For example, if you go to the users, you'll see that the user account that I've created is listed there, and you can update the details, and so forth. And you can add a new user, you can update their details, and so forth. So to be able to add to-dos using the admin dashboard, we'll first need to register our to-do model in the Django admin. So let's go to the code base and do that. So if we go to our main app, there is an admin.py file. So this is where we register our models so that they can be accessed from the admin dashboard. So to do that, first let's remove this, and let's import our models. Can use relative import, that is from .models, because we are in the same level. Import the model, so import to do. So usually register the models using django.contrib.admin, which has been imported here. So to register, we just use the admin.site.register, and we give it the name of the model that you want to register, in this case to-dos. So let's save that, and let's go to our browser. Let's refresh. Yeah, you see that now we have our main app, which has also been listed, and under it we have the to-dos. So we can use the admin dashboard to insert to-dos into our tables and so forth. So let's add a new to-do. Let's say something like go to the shop. That does not sound like a good to-do. Say buy fish today. It has not been done. Yeah, then we hit save. So our to-do has been created in the database, but you'll find that it does not have it's listed as to-do object, which is not that good. We can add the string method on the to-do so that it can be displayed properly in the dashboard. So let's add the magic method under str, that is self, and we want it to return just the title, so that on looking at it someone can know that this is a given to do. Let's save that one. Let's refresh. It's now giving us the title of the to do. Yeah, we can add that to do's. We can also update this one. Maybe let's update it to the next date and save. So that's it. That's how you can use the admin dashboard So we will later, in a later video, go into more details of how to use the admin dashboard and even how to customize things, but that's enough for now. So in the next video, we are going to use the Django ORM to insert values, to-dos into our database, and update them, query them, and so forth. Yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching.